Marshall is with us, and we have some exciting news about summer camps with school coming to an end, and summer, have activities for the different kids to do. So, Marshall, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing today?
Good.
We're very excited, as always, to bring different organizations and different guests to our show. One of the things that we do is we talk about the community, and we talk about things that people can do. And when we talk about people, citizens, we're talking about kids also. And yes, parents, something where kids can go during the summer. So today I have a very special guest, and we're going to talk about summer camps. We're going to talk about what kids can do during the summer, which is very important. So today I'm with Alena. How you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell my audience what exactly you do, and how long have you been employed with the city?
Sure. My name is Alena Fields. I'm the Centers and Programs Manager for Lafayette Consolidated Government. I work in Parks and Rec. I've been with Parks for almost 4 years now, and I manage the facilities and also the programming that goes in it.
And I know we have so many facilities when you talk about parks, and I know that's a big job, but I want to specifically talk today about the summer programs.
Okay.
So let's start off with as far as the parks. During the summer, the parks are open during the summer, correct?
Yes, our parks are open during the summertime, and it's a great time to be out in our parks. We have fishing at Girard, and just tons of programming at every location. In each spot, we have a total of 10 rec centers, 8 have gyms, and all of our, really the majority of our 8 centers that have gyms have programming from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. And one fun fact about Parks and Rec too, some are aware because many will come to our office for reservations, but we also use the facilities as an available location for people to use for rentals. So a lot of wedding receptions, sometimes repasses, families will need it for their families after bereavement and funerals, graduation dinners, but Parks and Rec is used for so many things, whether it's summertime or not. It's a great asset and resource for our community.
And we are so excited to have you here today because I get calls from parents, what I'm going to do with my child this summer.
Yes.
So let's give some ideas. Do the Parks Rec, do we have any plans to have any programs this summer?
We do. Some of the programs are kind of on repeat from prior years, like our Swimming Destiny International Camp that happens at MLK. This is probably our 5th year or so where we have swim lessons for adults and kids available throughout the summer. And registration for that is available on our city site, LafayetteLA.gov, with all of the contact information for Destiny Camp International or International Camp. That's with Ms. Jennifer Sims. We also will be bringing back city-ran camps, which is very exciting for our community. We're going to start back small with one location at Girard Park. We will be offering summer camp from June 9th to July 18th. And really traditionally, if you recall, when LCG ran camps before, it was offered at a flat rate, and we continue to want to along that mindset and want to continue that with one flat rate of $125 from June 9th to July 18th for parents to register for their kids to attend. And that does include the food for your child and the field trips. So one flat rate of $125 for literally 6 weeks of summer camp.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got a lot of people's attention right now.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, everybody is perfect. So let's go in depth and talk about it a little more. What's the location of this camp, and what can they expect their child to be doing?
Sure. So again, it will be held at Girard Park. The Girard Park Rec Center is at 500 Girard Park Drive. If you want to kind of start mapping out the proximity to your office or work location and how far that commute would be to get your child there. The drop-off will be at 7:30 a.m. and pick up no later than 5:30, which is really a very extended time and gives you, for most people, enough time to get to work and after work have a window to pick them up. There's no additional early drop-off or late pickup fee. It's one flat rate of $125. And we just have amazing things planned. I'm still hiring and finalizing some of the staff, so a lot of the details will still be allowed for their creativity to plan even more things. But our goal is to utilize park, arts, recreation, and culture is what we encompass. And we want to use every bit of our resources to have a great summer, meaning our field trips will be to the nature station, which is a part of park, we're a part of recreation. Also the tennis courts at Beaver Park. That's a great opportunity for kids to experience and be off-site, and we can take a trip there. Even on golf courses. Some kids have never been on a golf course. A great opportunity for our kids to venture out and learn more about golf. And of course, we have our fishing ponds right at Girard Park. Fishing rods have already been purchased. We're ready to go, ready to just enjoy the outside and just utilize all of the wonderful things our park department has to offer as part of an awesome summer.
And then we talk about the age group.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What age group are we looking at?
Yes, great to talk about. So kindergarten through 8th grade. And when I say kindergarten, I definitely want to clarify your child must have completed kindergarten. We want to accept kids that are pretty much ready to go and kind of venture out on these great adventures that we're planning. So we want to accept the our kids that have completed kindergarten all the way through 8th graders.
And during the summer, one of the very important things that a lot of parents look for is swimming camps. They want to know if a pool is going to be open. Do we have any swimming camps going on?
So we have an actual learning swim camp at MLK, as I mentioned earlier. So if you want to put your child in a camp where they're literally learning to swim, or maybe even a lifeguard program where you have maybe a great swimmer in the home who might be a teenager and wanting some extra summer income and wants to learn to be a lifeguard. They can learn that skill and then go on to become a lifeguard for Parks and Rec. So that is available at Martin Luther King Center, but we are also planning to open our Girard pool, to reopen our Girard pool. So we're very excited about that, and that reopening is planned for mid-May. So really the community as a whole, in addition to our campers, but also just our constituents in the community can enjoy a nice splash in the pool on those hot summer days.
How do you register? Is it a deadline, or I know you said earlier about online.
Yeah.
Let's go through that again, because I think that's probably the most important thing to meet the deadline. Because a camp like this for these prices, I don't think it'll be we will have a long time. I think you're going to have
Correct.
to be very early and quick to register.
Yes. So I'm literally finalizing the web page right now. So our goal is to have registration posted as early as April 15th. So I'm going to say that again. When registration opens, it'll be ready April 15th, which is next week, next Tuesday. The site will be posted on LafayetteLA.gov. And parents will be able to register their child, and it'll be the first 100 campers accepted. So on LafayetteLA.gov will be where you can go to get information about camp and also register your child for summer camp. And again, the first 100 applicants will be accepted. So,
and believe me, that's very important. So
yes.
That means that after you see this show, to get online and get your spot. Yeah, stay on the site for sure. With any camp, you need employees, or you need, what type of employees you would have? Are you hired already, or is high school kids? Who are we looking for?
Well, unfortunately, high school kids are not allowed to apply. We do need 18 and above. And we are looking for candidates. We have a lot that have applied so far. We posted it probably 2 weeks ago, the opening for just jobs for a director, an assistant director, camp counselors, and an admin. where there's one director, one assistant, and 10 counselors, so we can have, our goal is a 1 to 10 child to counselor ratio. We're looking for people who care, who are patient, possibly have had some camp experience, or in education, or maybe daycare experience, but just definitely experience with children and working in these structured environments, as well as just ability to just be out in the heat, kind of endure some of the elements of camp, and all that goes with it, as we're kind of literally running around behind kids for 6 weeks.
And one of the things that I always ask questions as a parent, because I know the questions that people want to know. Transportation. It'll be the parents' job to get the kid to the camp and to come get them after the camp.
Yes, please.
Correct?
Yes. Yes, please. So I would say at this time, I'm always open to feedback and hearing more of opportunities and things we can do for the community. But I'll say at this time, yes, the parents do need to get the kids to the camp. The earliest is 7:30 that kids can be dropped off, and the latest pickup is 5:30. But transportation while they're there to attend field trips will definitely be covered by Parks and Rec, but the drop-off and the transportation to get to camp is the parent responsibility.
Well, that's something that was needed. We always have to talk about that. So we have to cover every aspect.
Yes, we do.
And you said about field trips on Fridays, going to different areas.
Yes, yes.
Where would that be a parent responsibility? Would that be the camp's responsibility?
Once you pay that $125, that's it. That's our goal, is to keep that one flat rate, and we're going to stick to that. So the transportation is included in that cost. Really, this camp is not for profit. We're not trying to make a profit from this. We want to give to our community, and we've been able to have some great sponsors that are helping us to make this happen and to keep the cost at that rate. So no, there's not an additional cost for transportation while the kids are going on field trips, and we're just really trying to get as much, even additional donations, so that even the snacks and maybe water and things that the kids may need while they're moving around is also covered. The only thing that the parent may possibly be asked to bring is a snack at this time, and other than that, breakfast and lunch will be provided for the children, and the field trips are included.
And you mentioned sponsors. Without sponsors, this cannot happen. So let's just talk about the sponsors, because a lot of times, we leave the sponsors out, and they work so hard to be kind enough to help us out. So what sponsors have stepped up at this time? So
Second Harvest has been a major contributor to helping us to definitely provide food, which is a huge cost to parents, and often some kids may or may not be able to either pack a lunch, or it may be filled up where other access to summer feeding might be filled up. It does fill up fast, so it's a huge benefit to partner with our wonderful Second Harvest partner, so that our kids can have a balanced, not only lunch, but a breakfast as well. And also our Lafayette Fiber, now Lafayette Fiber, new branding, has contributed just great little T-shirts and trinkets, lunch bags, things that the kids may need just in anticipation of ways that we can receive help. They just kind of stepped up and asked us what we needed, and just stepped up and provided a lot of goodies for our children to have this summer.
So just reviewing to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
All right.
One, the location of the camp.
Girard Park, 500 Girard Park Drive. Is centrally located in the middle of Lafayette. It's a great restarter to restart camp, reignite camp. Our camp will be called Camp Ignite, to just reignite that our camp again. And centrally located again. It's right on campus. We're not all the way north, all the way south. A good place for us to centralize where the parents are dropping off the kids, and hopefully kind of that middle point that most of our parents that are participating, our families, can easily get to us.
the next date and time of the camp.
All right, June 9th is a kickoff, all the way through to July 18th. And now the week of July 4th, we will not have camp. But July 9th through July 18th will end camp. And again, like that drop off will be 7:30 in the morning and pick up no later than 5:30.
That's very important.
Very.
That's very important.
Very, yeah.
And how to register, the most important thing, how to get your child into the camp.
Very great point. LafayetteLA.gov. You want to keep your eye on that site. That is where the registration links will be posted. And we'll also share, of course, on our social media. We'll have some press releases, more to come after that is posted, just to make sure we're pushing out as much as we can so that everyone can get the information close to the same time.
Alena, thank you so much for coming
You're
today
welcome.
to just talk to us about the camp. And I think parents are very excited. You know, most parents are looking for places for their kids to go to in the summer.
We are too.
But I will tell you that you have to do it. The date she told you to register is the date that I would be online trying to register my child, because I think it's going to go fast.
It's going to fill up quick.
Yeah, you're offering so much for so little dollars.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to have an issue getting kids over to that camp.
I agree.
Thank you again for coming
Thank
and
you.
telling us about the summer.
Thank you.
And we look forward to being out there. You know, one thing I did not mention is that the Marshal's office provides security for the parks. So that means that you will see the Marshals out there,
Thank
and
you.
we will be out there
Yes, thank
along
you.
with the kids.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming along,
For sure.
and we appreciate you.
Thank you.